Yeah. Nope.
Yeah, they did kill him. I picked Seton Hall in that one too.
Yeah, I think I had them too.
I think we all did. I think we all had Seton Hall on the show in
I
that one.
believe everybody had. Yeah, the only bet yesterday that I was crazy I made was South Carolina. I even tweeted it. I was like, I predicted the game right. I said I'd side South Carolina though, and
Yeah, they won by
got it.
40. So what's up, everybody? As you can see, we're a little short-handed. It's just me and Andy, and I only looked at like 3 or 4 of them. We're going to go through 7 games, but Andy's going to be the only one really talking. He's going to have to carry the show by himself. Toast is on vacation. I don't know where Scoop is, to be honest. But yeah, this will be. Oh, there he is. He's in the comments. He couldn't make the show, but he's gonna watch and be in the comments. All right, so
makes sense. It just makes sense.
Yeah, this is nice of Scoop. So we got Northwestern at Rutgers. Why don't we start with a game that I can't even bet? Northwestern at Rutgers.
I can't either.
I know.
Yeah, let's go.
We're both in New Jersey, so neither of us are able to bet this. But last night I made the video. I said I would take Rutgers -2.5 if I was able to. When I went to upload the video, it had moved to 3.5. Now here we are. It's at 4.5. So looks like I have the right side, but the question is, did we miss the value on it? I'm not changing or anything. I would still go this way, but now that it's at 4.5, the ship may have sailed as far as value on the bet. Would you play it at 4.5?
No, I'd side Northwestern at 4.5. I kind of liked it last night with the Rutgers at 2.5, but I think the main thing is Rutgers stops you from shooting the 3. And that's pretty much been the way that you've stopped Northwestern this year, right? Boo Boo, he's been unreal from 3 recently. If he slowed down from 3, you're good pretty much against Northwestern. But I just think this number got too high for Rutgers. Rutgers, before their win over Wisconsin, which Wisconsin's just an awful road team. So before they beat Wisconsin at home on Saturday, Rutgers had lost to Penn State at home. They had lost to Nebraska. I believe they lost to Nebraska at home. They were not a particularly great home team, and they're not a great team overall. I think their win over Wisconsin is going to overrate them a little bit. I don't think they're very good. Their offense is very stagnant. They don't have one really. They rely solely on their defense and transition buckets. So I think Northwestern's going to do just enough to keep it 2 or 3. Like I think the number just got way too high.
All right. I mean, I know that one dude on Northwestern's crazy. The guy you were just talking about, yeah. So we're on different sides here, but like I said, neither of us can even bet the game. And someone asked why we can't. It's a state law in New Jersey. We're unable to bet on collegiate events that involve a New Jersey school. So we can't bet on Rutgers, Seton Hall, Princeton. We can't bet on any. If the school is in New Jersey, we're not even legally allowed to bet the game.
Yeah, we didn't have Fairleigh Dickinson last year. I was gonna. that was the upset that everybody had their money line. We couldn't have it.
The poll, they're 43%, 41% Rutgers. So actually, community seems pretty split on that one as well. Next game, SMU at Tulane, and I'm a little concerned that the line hasn't moved at all. But I like my pick in here. I thought your notes were spot on, and I feel like SMU -2.5 is definitely the move here, right?
Yeah, this was my favorite bet too, and I'm surprised the line didn't move 2.5 for SMU. I talked about Tulane earlier in the year. They caught Memphis at the right time. That was kind of their big win this year. Since then, they've pretty much looked like crap. They're 1-4 in their last 5 games. They're not winning at home anymore, which is something that they were really good at, which was my main reason for picking them when they played Memphis, because the game was at home. I don't see it anymore. That run is over, and now they're playing bad basketball, and SMU is still fighting to make the tournament right now. They look like a really good team running through the American right now. In their last stretch, their home stretch of their time in the American Conference, they've looked really good, and they're really enjoying it. So I think they're going to finish it up here. I think they're doing a really good job lately, SMU. So they're my favorite tonight of any of them.
Yeah, I completely agree. And the video I made last night, that's based on Andy writes those for me. The NBA ones, me and Prop Beaver do together, but the college basketball ones, Andy writes all those himself. And what I do is I take it in cross-reference before I record. And the notes he gave me point to an SMU bet all the way. And at least Pie Chart says that it's the public a little bit on Tulane, sharp action on SMU. Obviously, we know to take this data with a grain of salt. Toast is in the chat saying Tulane with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 exclamation points.
Yeah. I think he likes home dogs more than I've ever seen somebody like.
What a square. What an absolute
home
square.
dog. this is a spot where I get it, and I think a lot of people will be on it because home dog, like I said, and Tulane is a team that historically this year was good at home, but they've struggled recently. So I'll take your recent play over what you did for me a month ago. So
yeah, SMU is the move here. Toast. This is just another case of Toast being wrong. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Toast is Wrong. 77%, 19% in favor of SMU. Memphis at North Texas. I threw this one in on you. I don't know if you prepared.
This one was I think Scoop posted this. Put this.
Yeah, are you prepared to talk about this one?
Not particularly. I think Memphis is going to win the game outright, so that would probably be my pick. I don't really know much about North Texas anymore. I think we did a video on them in like early January. Since then, I haven't even looked at any of their games. Memphis was starting to pick it back up. I think they'll win the game. They were one of my favorite bets last week against Temple. I think they're going to pick it back up and win it. So they're underdogs, so outright win there.
Someone says North Texas first half money line. Where's Toast pick on this one? Toast, put a pick in there.
I'm going to guess he's on North Texas.
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't think he likes Memphis. And I think he was one of those people kind of leading that
looks
charge.
like over 75% of the public tickets on North Texas. Again,
Oh,
shouldn't go solely off that, but I think he might be on Memphis. I'm going Memphis too, but I'm not betting this game or anything.
People jumped off that Memphis train, and I don't think they're getting back on. That's the problem.
Where the hell is Toast with a pick, man? Yeah, Scoop's the one that requested
Scoop
the
requested
game. He doesn't even put a pick in the comments.
Crazy.
I don't like Memphis.
Comments at the beginning.
Toast says coin flip. I don't like Memphis at all. Thanks for the insight.
I had a feeling. There's a lot of people that have that same feeling that they jumped off Memphis and they're not going to come back on right now.
Nah, I'd go Memphis here. It looks like the Scoop likes Memphis. He said.
Not surprising.
49%. You get people keep saying Ed Sheeran. Do you get that a lot, Andy?
All the time. At a Mets game this year, I got stopped by somebody. They asked if I was Ed Sheeran and if I could take a picture. I was like, I'm not Ed Sheeran.
So 49%, 30%. Yo, Philadelphia underdogs, we get it, bro. Just like, can you stop? I don't like muting people, but just chill. We get it. We get it. It's all rigged. The rims are magnetic. We get it. I got a bridge to sell you as well. Next game. Colorado on the road at UCLA. The pie charts. You have Minnesota, Purdue. Oh, right, because I took that game out. That's why the pie chart's wrong here.
Oh, you took Minnesota, Purdue?
Yeah, dude, it was 16.5. We were both going to take Purdue. What was the point?
No, I wasn't.
You like Minnesota plus 16.5?
I think Minnesota will keep it closer, yes. I do think Minnesota. It wasn't one of my favorites.
Had I known you were taking Minnesota, I would have left it.
It's fine. I think Minnesota keeps it close. I saw also today I saw Purdue minus 22.5 was like plus 176. There's just no value on that team right now. If you're betting a Purdue, you're better off just not betting a Purdue game at this point than betting Purdue, because they most likely are going to crush teams. But I think today's the game Minnesota would keep it close. Minnesota needs it too. I think when you have this late I guess we're almost in late February, when you have teams that are desperate to keep games even close, I think that's what you'll get from Minnesota. For Purdue, they're in cruise control right now. I think and also they're coming off a blowout win over a arch rival. I think that helps too.
All right. So had I known that, the last two times we put Purdue on the show as a heavy favorite, we all picked Purdue.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, all right, what's the point of putting this up here? So, all right. So let's move on to UCLA at Colorado. And I'm betting this one. I actually already did bet it. I like my pick here at Colorado -1. I thought I got the Colorado money line at like -115, to be honest. I'll have to check my slips, but I'm pretty sure I got the Colorado money line at close to a pick, if I remember correctly. I know Toast likes Colorado because he said it in the Discord last night. Andy, are you on the Buffs with us?
Yes, I am. I parlayed it with Charleston money line. I'm going to get those odds up real quick. Yeah, I think they're just – I say this a lot. I think the better team here. I like UCLA. Don't get me wrong. They've played really well recently, right? 5-game win streak or whatever. I just think that was against nobodies. I think now you're getting against a step up in your competition. Colorado still fighting for the tournament in that way. I just think you've got a really good Colorado team coming into UCLA who, like we said, I think in the video yesterday, 5 games against garbage. Like their schedule was ridiculous in the last 5 games. They got every bottom feeder of the Pac-12 in a row, and they took advantage of it. I don't think that's going to happen here.
Yeah, agreed. And again, I'm going off the notes you gave me last night, but Colorado, I liked the strength of schedule disparity in the last 5 games. It was like 42nd to 209th or something crazy. And still, the numbers in the last 5 games are comparable between these two teams, even though Colorado's played a substantially stronger schedule. So, yeah, like Andy said, I mean, maybe if we're to talk about like 4.5, I'd be leaning towards UCLA because Colorado just doesn't seem to cover the number on the road. But at this number, we're essentially talking about who's going to win the game, and one team is significantly better than the other team. So, yeah, I'm on the Buffs here. Line hasn't moved in this one either, but you know what? It seems like there are a lot of people betting UCLA out there.
Yeah, I got Colorado and Charleston at plus 176. That was my parlay. Charleston's 4.5 point favorites on the road at Northeastern. I really liked them to cover that, but I played it safe with the money line.
Yeah, same. 64% to 25%. So community agrees with us at Colorado. Toast agrees with us with Colorado. I don't think no. Andy is from New Jersey, not Boston. Someone said this.
Yeah, I see that. Did they park the car? Right?
No, Andy's actually from Georgia. That's why he's a big Georgia basketball fan.
I'm going down there in a few weeks. It's exciting.
Yeah, will Georgia be in the tournament?
No.
If the ship has sailed?
It would take beating Auburn at least once, and after watching Auburn yesterday, good luck with that.
No, we just saw Auburn look like shit.
Yeah, but Georgia's not winning games at home. That would be the only place they're going to beat them.
Right. All right. Toast says, Andy, stop stealing my plays.
I love Charleston. I visited their campus this summer.
In Andy's defense, he was talking about Charleston back in like November.
Yeah,
Football was still on. We were doing NFL videos, and he's talking about Charleston basketball. Me and Proppy were like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, we're talking about the Chiefs-Chargers game. You're talking about Charleston. All right, next up. Stanford at Washington. This is another one that we didn't do last night. I don't know if you have a move for it.
I think I'd side Washington. I think both coaches are desperate. Both teams are desperate. I would just side Washington. Don't really love the game. I think this is 2 bottom feeder Pac-12 teams facing each other in a useless game before they both go their separate ways out of this conference. So don't really love it. I think both teams will be looking for a new coach. And so I don't love it. I'd side Washington. They're just more talented. Earlier in the year, I probably would have said Stanford, but right now, Washington.
I have nothing for this game. I'll put the poll up. Maybe someone else does. I don't even have a lean. I don't have a clue, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right, let me. You know what? I could take 2 seconds and fix these pie charts. So we're on game 5 and 6, 7, 8 needs to be 5, 6, 7. Got it. So it'll take 2 seconds. 5.
Somebody said bring back Oaks, Scoop, and Toast, so they want me fired.
I think they just want him on as a third. Well, what happened was I didn't know we needed an extra person until like an hour before, thanks to Scoop's really convenient scheduling. So it was too late to ask Oaks. I mean, the Champions League is on right now, and his main content is soccer. Yeah, so I didn't want to just. I would lean the other way just because in a game I don't know. I would lean towards the dog, but that's literally it. I'm not betting this game. I don't know shit. Anyone else have picks in the comments for this one? Andy, does UCLA get decked?
Not decked. I hope the only team I hope gets decked today is Charles. He
said we just want to see Toast and Oaks fight. That is a funny rivalry.
That is fun. It is fun. Oaks came in here hot, ready to go.
All right.
So we'll give him that.
Michael Dost or is it Dost? I think it's Dost. 98% on Washington on the pie chart. Go Stanford. Let's go.
Okay. The Cardinal.
All right. According to our poll, though, we're leaning towards Washington. 47% to 30% towards the Huskies. I would imagine a lot of people would have clicked pass if I had given them the option. Oh, no, I did give them the option, and 21% did pick pass. So actually a lot of people decided to bet the game. Next, we got 2 more. Cal at Washington State. Look, I know Washington State's the better team here, but we're talking about 8.5 points. They're not that good. But it sounds like your hesitation that you want to lay it.
Did I get that Washington State record wrong? They're 18-6. I must have fucked that up.
No, I did that one.
So they're 18-6.
Washington's 18-6. Yeah.
What the hell?
There was one team. Hold on. I wanted to go back and show you one. Hold on. Which one was it? Look at Memphis here. 18-6, but 8-16 against the spread. How crazy is that?
Yeah, I'm just now noticing how I knew Washington State was winning. I didn't know they were winning that much. That's a tournament type record.
But just 12-12 against the spread. So are they winning by margin?
No. I think Cal will cover that number. I think it's a high number for a Pac-12 game late at night. Feels like a weird one that you'll see come be close. Washington State's been playing well. I didn't know they were winning that much, but yeah, this is I just think a closer game.
Cal's live, man. Pullman is not what it used to be. Toast family's diehard Washington State fans. That just shows you what the character of this program.
God.
Nah, you know why I like Cal? Because Scoop gave out that Cal bet. He gave out Cal plus 4.5 early in the season. I want to say it was December. And he gave out a Cal plus 4.5 bet. And they were down 26 at half. And everyone was ripping Scoop. Dude, it was in the Discord, it was an all-on Scoop roast session. And they came back and not only covered, they won outright. So I just remember that night was so fun. I sat there and watched the whole game. And ever since then, Cal, I have a soft spot in my heart for Cal. So yeah,
I like Cal's basketball program. One of the current Celtics went there. So I've watched some of their games this year.
Toast said, and I'm going to try to imitate his voice, Cougars just beat Colorado at home by 10. They'll cover. So Toast likes Washington State here. But he also is this is a homer pick for him. He likes Pullman. Yeah,
he also said Gonzaga would crush LMU tonight. So that I would say that was an unbiased pick as well.
Next game. Shipley remembers that Cal night in the Discord. It was 40 minutes of everyone telling Scoop he sucks, and then they came back and won.
I doubt you remember a lot of games. You've watched a lot of games since then. Does Toast remember what game that was? Because I can't remember for the life of me. But I remember seeing that on SportsCenter the next day that they came back from a big.
I don't remember what game it was.
See if he says it.
Shit.
It feels like maybe it was one of those in-season tournament type games. Those are
it might have been before conference play. Yeah, it was definitely a while ago. If it was in conference play, it was early on in conference play.
Yeah.
Scoop would probably remember when the chat's always 8 seconds delayed. So when he hears us talking about that, I'm sure he'll throw it in there.
Yeah.
So Utah at USC, and I like my pick in this one. I think USC finally shows up here. Look. Collier's been back for 2 games now. Andy gave us the graphic in the video last night. He's playing fine. Looks like he hit the ground running. No recovery time or anything. He's playing efficiently. The other guy, Boogie Ellis, his production has fallen off, but I think that's going to turn around. And I think the line movement here tells the story. When I did the video last night, USC was catching a point. I actually think it was plus 1.5. It's now flipped where they're favored. I kind of wish, you know what, in the video, I was I'm taking USC here. I'm taking them on the money line, and then I didn't even bet it. So I would have been holding a nice little USC plus 105 ticket or something. But I still like it. I think USC finally shows up here. Utah has not been playing that well. So I'm going to ride the Trojans. I haven't been betting USC either, so it's not like I'm taking L's backing this team. It's my first time betting them all year. I'm on USC.
Yeah, I like what you said yesterday about USC. I think you're right. At some point, the talent will show up on the same day, right? It's been Boogie doesn't show up. That's when Isaiah Collier is. When Isaiah Collier was gone, Boogie Ellis looked like one of the best players in the Pac-12. I think he can get back to a happy medium from that. I think they'll look good. Utah's much better at home. On the road, they're just not the same team. We see that a lot in college basketball, right? A 9-15 team in any other sport against a 15-9 team or 10-point underdogs, but in college basketball at home, you're a favorite at this point. Everybody's winning at home right now. So yeah, I'll side with USC here. The talent's there. They just aren't playing like they should, but I think they'll figure it out tonight against Utah.
Yeah, I like USC too. Wow, community's pulling towards Utah. J-Man, you are on the spot. Everyone. J-Man, he's always in the comments. He said, lock it in. Morehead State minus 3.5. I not even know that was a school until just now this second. Morehead State minus 3.5. I'm telling. You know what? J-Man, I'm telling you right now. Let me get my phone.
Morehead nearly beat Indiana at Assembly Hall earlier this year. That's what I remember them for.
Wait, the Hoosiers?
It's been a while.
The Hoosiers?
The Hoosiers. They almost beat them.
Almost.
Yep. Almost only counts in horseshoes. I'm trying to find who they play. I
got it right here. I'm on DraftKings. No, I don't want to.
I can't even find the name Morehead.
Yeah, it's not coming up.
Oh,
There it
Little
is.
Rock. Okay.
I got it
Playing
at
Arkansas
2.5, J-Man.
Arkansas Little Rock. Chris Beard.
Can you see
20
that?
and 5 from Morehead.
They can't
I
see
can't.
it.
I can't even see that.
There it is, locked in.
I'll bet it. I'll bet it.
Let's go. I'm locked in, J-Man. You're on the. This is your moment. On the spotlight.
I'm sure that's on ESPN Plus. I'll lock into that. It is.
Mel said someday Kyle Kirms would tell me. I know J-Man. He's been commenting all the time. So that's a name I know that he does his homework. He's not just blurting out names. I won't just tail random comments.
Scoop. We're not gonna just
like
tail
Scoop. I wouldn't tail Scoop. So anyway, our poll, we're polling at 47%, 35% in favor of Utah. So me and Andy on a nice little USC island, and with the line movement, I'm comfortable on this island. I think USC wins this one. So let's put together a community parlay, shall we?
Yeah. Bronny might actually put up some points tonight. Maybe we'll see. I saw another mock draft thing about him. Every day I see that, my head gets put on a swivel. I don't know how that happens, but
well, I mean, for the ticket sales alone, someone will give him a shot.
I know. It actually sucks because like they have the number one recruit in the country on their team, Isaiah Collier. People wouldn't know it, and he's playing unreal basketball when he's healthy. Nobody even knows. Might be a top 5. He might be a top 10 pick because this recruiting class kind of.
Collier might be a top 10 pick.
Yeah, he's probably gonna be a top 10 pick next year. All the other guys are coming out of foreign places or from the G League, and he's gonna be probably the number one college player taken, and nobody cares because Bronny's on his team.
All right, so we got SMU, Rutgers, Memphis, Colorado.
I really hope Rutgers isn't in this. We're going to need the chat to give us the thing again.
Yo, Adrian says that may be a terrible pick. All the money's on Morehead State, and the line dropped 2 points. J-Man, do you lead us into the fire here, bro?
Hey, legacy's on the line here. That's what I'll say. After hearing that.
Like, we haven't seen SportsCenter in days, man. This is scarring. I don't know if SportsCenter's recovered.
Somebody in the comments put Detroit Mercy to win March Madness plus $1 million here. Did you see they won yesterday?
What conference are they in?
Horizon. They would
so
have
like
to win
theoretically they could win out their conference.
Everybody in college basketball is still technically alive
because some conference
Chicago
tournaments
State.
have cutoffs, so not everyone makes their conference tournament, unless they change that.
No, I don't think any have cutoffs yet. Next year the Big Ten and ACC will.
Really?
I
remember there being
the Horizon. I know for a fact the Horizon League has because there's only like 9 teams or 10 teams in it, so they could win their conference.
Oh, South Carolina blew it.
No, South Carolina completely blew that.
All right, so we got SMU money line is the first leg.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's a good start. I like SMU, and Toast is on Tulane, which makes me like it more.
Apollo in the chat asked if Isaiah Collier is playing tonight. Yes, he is.
Yeah, I didn't even know that there was a chance he was.
No, he's been back for 2 games and he's averaging 19 a game. He's right back to where he was before that.
Yeah. Washington State they voted for. Utah USC. They voted for Utah. They didn't like my USC pick. All right.
E-ship said parlay Mercy to win it and the Pistons to win the finals.
It'd be like $1 to win 6 or 7 million.
Yeah. The only team I think that's not going to even be eligible is Chicago State because they're independent and they have 11 wins.
Someone said the shortest show ever with the 2 best bettors. Man, I didn't know it was just going to be the 2 of us. This is kind of sprung on. I didn't even have the template for 2 people. You can see how off-centered it is. Like Andy's all the way to the right. I made this in like 5 seconds before we went live. I didn't even have a template for 2 people set up. So like obviously, look how the gap between me and the left there on my side.
Scoop said, "Don't worry, I'll be back Tuesday." Did we know he's not going to be here Saturday?
For the biggest college basketball show of the year?
Maybe the one we're going to have the most views on. Big day. I got 16
There's no NBA.
Games
Everyone's going to be watching.
Yep, I got 16 games lined up. It's probably going to be 17 because I have to add Seton Hall to that list. I won't be here.
Nah.
There's one day that I will miss that I already know, and it's a month in advance, and I've already let you know that I will miss that Friday. And he tells us a week.
Typical Scoop. Typical. By the way, Washington money line is second. And the second place finishers were, so we got Rutgers, Colorado, Washington State, Utah. So those are the four.
I really hope Utah's not on that one, but it probably will be.
Oh, man. So we got Rutgers, Colorado, Washington State, Utah money line. First and second place are completed the community parlay here. First and second place. Someone said Bucks minus 17. I mean, look, I don't know if you watched my video last night. I said Memphis plus 11, but trust me when I tell you the confidence level is not there. It's more Milwaukee 1-10 against the spread in their last 11 on the road. How do you lay 11 and a half points with a team that is 1-10 against the spread in their last 11 on the road? I mean, auto-fading the Bucks on the road has been so profitable. So look, I don't like the matchup for Memphis at all, but I don't see how you get there with the Bucks. By the way, everyone make sure you Everyone make sure you guys follow Andy on Twitter. He has like no followers, no one likes him.
Yeah. I've been tweeting a lot of more college basketball now. These guys
I've been
told me,
tweeting, guys. I've been tweeting.
I've been tweeting the college basketball stuff. Yeah.
Toe says, if you're betting Loyola, do you know if Harris and the other guy are playing? I mean, that is huge.
I believe he's talking about Loyola Marymount because they're playing Gonzaga tonight. Those guys are questionable. I don't know. I don't know LMU basketball well enough I don't have connections there. Maybe.
Someone says, I wonder how many times you can miss a work day before Kyle fires you. I don't know, but Prop Beaver's tap dancing on the line.
Definitely.
That's a joke, man. Prop Beaver works his ass off.
Yeah, he finally got some.
Yeah, he got his 4-day weekend, man. I'm not even bothering him. I'm going to let him have his knock. I'm not going to text him. Because usually, like, he'll go home and I'll still text him. And I'll still text him, be like, yeah, well, the graphic here, do you have that? And, like, I don't even let him have time off. So now I'm not bothering him for 4 days. All right, so let's end the poll. Looks like it's going to be Colorado and Rutgers.
Oh, we're going to need the chat to give us the odds here.
Oh, shit. Yeah, could someone pull that parlay up in a sports book, please? We can't because Rutgers is in it. Someone said, would you consider SMU at lock? Yes. What you should do is go down to the bank, take out a second lien on your house, put it on SMU. Definitely. -2.5, alt line at -10.5.
It is my favorite bet. I would not say to do that, but I will say it is my favorite bet.
No, we do like SMU. Really? Hopefully, you guys knew I was joking around with that.
Somebody said I thought Andy's burner was Ed Sheeran's burner account. Andrew's Twitter was Ed Sheeran's burner.
Waiting for someone to hook me up with some odds here.
Yeah, we need the odds.
Come on now. He goes, okay, I'm heading to the bank right now. Wow, he wears a Hawks hat. The audacity. The one team that cost me $10,000 last night. Yeah, the Hawks. Trust me, they cost me a bunch too, man. Plus 614.
614, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like plus 614, plus 593. So it's in that range. Community parlay, SMU money line, Washington money line, Colorado money line, Rutgers money line, plus 614. Not exactly the most loaded college basketball night, but you know what? In comparison to the NBA slate, this is probably where there's more value. I'm on SMU, I'm on Colorado, I'm on USC. I'm on those three. So, yeah, we'll be back for the NBA show in 32 minutes. There's only 3 games. I got Matt Modai and Josh Lander coming on. I purposely chose prop people. That way we can go 3 games and we can find more bets because if it's just me and 2 other ATS guys, there's just not much there.
Yeah, if only you had somebody employed who did props for a living.
I gave him no prop fever. I gave him let him gather his thoughts.
He deserves it.
He was here editing mad late and he was going through it.
That was his main quote from the other night. I heard it before I left. Oh. Dude, you're getting 4 days off after this.
just muscle through. All right. So, everyone, I'll be back in 31 minutes. Andy, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll text you later.
Yep.
Everyone have a good one.